Harlem, she ensures that hard-to-reach populations have access to self-sufficiency, upward economic mobility, and spiritual healing. I feel like every guest is just, more of a saint than the previous one. Do not get alarmed. Do not adjust your set. It is time to welcome her on. Phantom Knoet, welcome to the show.
Welcome. I am shaking, trembling, twitching like a leaf. There is a presence coming over me. My mind is blank and cluttered all at once. My once stable knees are knocking hard as I stand in the face of adversity. This controversy dares speak, but my weak, my jaw is feeble, and I'm dry, and the twinkle of my eyes are unbelievable. I need an IV of Jack Daniels. This situation is one I never thought I'd handle. Now I'm caught in the thick of the scandal where I'm drawn to be the vandal. These are the moments serial killers are born. I hear the toot of the train's horn, storming towards me, its rumble warns. I ignore. My mind devises plans only convicts understand. I am ready to die for this cause. I was born to die for this cause. I am willing to die for this cause. Hear me and hear me well. I will never commit suicide. So I decide that I will fight. I begin to throw at the vintage. My voice pours sugar in the tank. My fingers linger in great fluid as I engrave an epitaph on the hood. Here I stood, ready to end this ride, prepared to earn my pride. I once lied and said that I would handle things differently. But when that moment came to me, I allowed my mind to carry me. Forget my heart. It died from a pumping overload as stories were told of my eventual demise. Look back up to the skies because my hands tremble no more. I have no more shaking in store. I am no longer scared my knees will drop to the floor because my mind elevated. My position changed, my anxiety rearranged. For a change, I faced my challenge and overcame. I overcame. So what you heard about me, dismiss it. For I am a book without a cover or binding, winding in and out of expectancies and visions. Missions of grandeur color the picturesque quest of my mind. I am undefinable by all but spiritual definitions, pushing limits to extinction, adapting to every condition of the human experience. I am unbelievable, stupendously precise, passion's perception. Whatever you read about me, ignore it, for I am the author of my demise. The preachings and teachings of wolves does lie. The multifaceted acts of my existence transcends beyond the pen of men and women that yearn to illustrate my ways, says the word, judge not that ye be not judged. Whatever you think about me, forget it, for I am beyond the thoughts once marinated in your head. Reframe each picture your feeble mind does draw to place me in a category, a function, a purpose, undefined by the omega. Your imagination must be tainted by Sega, and yet I am not known to your thoughts as an agitator, instigator, word transportator, and even player hater, but your synapses misses the mark. Less of what you see, more of what you want. Whatever you know about me, regret it, for it will cause you to take my drama for naivety, cause you to take my geekness for weakness, cause you to sleep on my wisdom and knowledge attained at your expense, cause you to feel my energies as cataclysmic change, making your accomplishments my ladders and your goals my rungs. For what you know is that you don't know that I know that you don't know that I am whatever. Whatever I say, swallow it, for it will be food to the body and manna to the soul, healing iniquity, scars of doom. No longer shall phantom let ignorance bloom, for where there are lies, I'll break the spell. I'm commissioned to tell the infallible truth. I speak of love, of God, of man, of war, of peace, of economy's demand, of life, of death, and even this beautiful deep voice on bequest. For whatever I do shall prosper, despite sights of circumstances and plunderings. For whatever I set my mind to achieve, I achieve. I achieve in a thought to achieve. As I rest, my higher level being achieves. I experience to experience wisdom's inflections. I do whatever you heard I do, say I do, think I do, and know I do. For now, I do take permanent space in all of you. I overcame whatever.
Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
I was just like bringing you on, and I was going to say welcome to the show, and the force just overcame me. The crowds are going wild. Bill is back. That was, as Queenie said, that was power. That was power. What did you think, Bill?
I'm blown away. Phantom, I'm just blown away.
I know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Much gratitude. Much gratitude. I'm
You know,
fanning myself.
you should. I'm going to fan you as well. You know what was so great about that was we actually saw you transform, and we'll leave it at that. Let me make that full screen.
Let's do a transformation. Want to know what I know? She transforms.
It's amazing. I mean, in many respects, you know, in many respects, this is an actor, right? This is the power to take on a persona. But ultimately, it's what's so amazing to me is you with the mask and you without the mask. With the mask, you know, as the old saying is, you know, don't phantom, right? Without the mask, fun-loving, you know, playful, mischievous, sprite, impish, two very different halves of an unbelievable whole.
Oh, I'm baffled. I'm taking it all in. Thank you so much. I like the mask on and mask off in one place. You know, it sort of gives you a little range.
I'll give you the little rim shot for that one as well. I want to make sure that we actually discuss something a little bit, I think close to your heart, and something that I found like just unbelievable. But before we do that, I want to ask you a question, which is, I know what the Dead Poets Society is, but I want to know, what is the Alive Knoet Society?
Poet Society. We're the ones that live by the quality moral code. The quality moral code is we are the truth, honor, and execution. And when you know it, you know it. I can't tell you that you live by the truth, honor, and execution. You execute it, and we know it. That's what it's about.
So I could have said you're a poet and you didn't know it, but you definitely do know it. Here's something. It's like a dad joke. We, you know, I mean, they're laughing at me, not with me, but that's okay. I want to talk to you. Stop. I want to talk to you about this crazy thing that, you know, is happening in your life, and I want to be able to kind of give you a voice and give you a platform. What is going on with this? I know you have a GoFundMe. I know you have a change.org going on. How on earth could they steal your face and not pay you for it, or not give you your face back?
How can you do that? How? Right now, we do not have precedents in the United States as a result of this thing called slavery, and certain people being considered 3/5 of a human, and the way that laws are applied through precedents in order to receive the benefits, not an act of civil right, but the enforcement and prosecution, you have to have enforcement, so there's a precedent set. And believe it or not, there is no precedent in the United States for a person with this phenotype having their right to privacy and publicity asserted and respected unless they were a part of a corporation or company like Universal Records or Walt Disney. And so that I have maintained my own autonomy from the beginning of my existence, and my parents did the same for me. We ended up an anomaly in this system. And so I guess it has been normal place for Black, so-called Black or African-American type people, for them to be used and exploited without them having recourse. And so this is why I'm sitting here. So they took my face and they decided that what they've entered in the record is that Martin Luther King supports this because Black people do not believe in individual economics, that they believe in group economics. And as such, my face is an algorithm of all Black women's features. And they use the Koond law, Koonz, to support them, that I'm a caricature if anyone supports me, and it is not for my own enterprise. And so it's a very detailed case because they're just asserting that I'm not human and I don't have the right to my own face. And they have the historical backing for it, unfortunately, in America. So that's where it's sitting. You can actually look, you can Google the case
Darden versus One United Bank. And you can read it. It would be really good if people read it and found out what the true precedence is. So that's why I'm fighting. So they've used it on credit cards, on the funeral home fans and billboards in Times Square on their business cards. And so they pretty much said, we're connected with Obama. We're connected with Maxine Waters. We're pretty connected with the Black elite. So we don't have to deal with you. And that's the simple part of it.
You know, we had a conversation with Bill earlier. We spoke about humanity. We spoke about empathy. And also, it was funny, even in delivering that very, very, very powerful overcame whatever. You spoke about categorization and you spoke about labels and what people might label you or how you might label yourself. I think it almost comes full circle, Bill, when we think about kind of, you didn't actually, I didn't ask you about this, but I would love for you to, just weigh in as well, but also to talk about believers, breakers, and builders. And maybe from, this is a softball for you, my friend. What am I? Am I a believer, a breaker, or a builder? And what is Phantom? Is she a believer, a breaker, or a builder?
Oh, Phantom is breaker. She's out there.
I don't even know what the other categories are, but
yeah. Breakers are the ones that put things in our face and say we have to change. But they are also the believers. Phantom you are a perfect example of, let's say there's a famous Swedish teenager who's saying, hey, I believe we need to change climate change, but I'm in your face about it. You are just like her. You're in our face. That is both believing passionately that things have to change. But what I love about Phantom, you're who you are. As I was listening to you, remind me of Dave Chappelle getting up and saying, the Chappelle show, is monetized without my permission. They stole it. And he said, don't patronize my art because it was taken from me. And you reminded me of him and what he stands for. And thank you for taking a stand. It's so important for all of us to take a stand for who we are and what we believe in and not have that stolen from us. So believers are the ones who go rah, rah, rah when things are going great, but stand up and say, we have to challenge the system. Breakers are the Phantoms of the world who say, and the Steve Jobs and Elon Musks and all the others who stand up and say there has to be a better way. And the builders are the ones that build the systems around new ways of doing things.
All right, and very quickly in the time we have left, what am I?
Oh, you in the community building, you are the believer. You are the one that believe in all of us.
You're 2 for 2. Indeed, indeed. I love that. And we have about 30 seconds left, but is it possible, so many questions to ask you, but maybe in the reunion show on Friday, if you can attend, we can answer that. Is it possible, does someone have to, I assume people don't have to fit into either of those three categories. That's the whole, but can everyone, should everyone?
It's be aware of the personas that you bring. Phantom has a business persona, has a friend persona, has a lover, has a partner persona, and has an in-your-face persona. We all do. It's knowing which one to use at what time.
Well, listen, this is why the show is called Joseph Jaffe is Not Famous, because you met the very famous Bill Jensen and Phantom Knoet. You guys were amazing. Again, if you want to connect and join the Knoet Society, if you want to work with her, just go to phantomknoet.com. You can connect with her on Instagram, subscribe to her channel to see more of these unbelievably powerful performances. You can connect with her on Facebook. And of course, send her a tip through Cash App Phantom Knoet, because everything counts as well. Bill Jensen, Phantom Knoet, hopefully you guys will be back on a Friday. Bob Farnham says another cool show. Queenie says, I stand with Wanda. And you know who else stands with you? The mask is back on, which means she means business. But you know who else stands with you? Chuck Norris stands with you guys.
You are Chuck Norris approved.
There you go. And I will be back tomorrow, 12 noon, for my last show until the break. We'll be giving away more Jaffe coin. There'll be a reunion show on Friday. Take care, everybody. Phantom, you rock. Bill, you are a rock. And I am going to roll right now. I will see you guys soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for watching the show about hope, positivity, optimism, and if there's time left over, a little bit of marketing with your host, multiple author, and global keynote speaker, Joseph Jaffe. If you like the show, tell a friend or two. Please subscribe to the show, and if you want to get inside news, previews of upcoming guests, and much more, visit josephjaffe.com/subscribe to sign up for the show's newsletter.
And despite the best ministrations of your wife, you still look ugly.